Assistive technologies for computer-based assessments.
It is ETS mission to help advance quality and equity in education by providing fair and valid assessment, research, and services for all people worldwide, and that includes people who have disabilities. The work to achieve this mission is facing a number of challenges in a changing world, partially due to rapid technology change and the spread of information technology. As much as the new technology presents opportunities for learners with and without disabilities, it is crucial that the new computer-based delivery platforms and assistive technologies not alter the construct to be assessed or make the assessment process more complicated for test taker.
Drivers innovation. Innovations in technology have spurred the development of assistive technologies that have helped make information technology and the World Wide Web accessible to individuals with disabilities. Another key driver behind this technology innovation is the trend toward standardization, which essentially means that something is built or executed in a certain way, adhering to technical or other specifications that have evolved over time or were set deliberately.
Standards typically define technical requirements that enable accessibility, but there are also legal requirements that people with disabilities be treated fairly. The United States government has enacted laws, specifically Americans with Disabilities Act of 1990, as amended, or ADA, and the Individuals with Disabilities Education Improvement Act of 2004, or IDEA. Similar requirements have also begun to appear internationally in the form of accessibility legislation modeled on that of the United States. For example, the European Union Standardization Mandate 376 or European Commission 2013 seeks to prevent new internet and computing technology products and services from introducing accessibility barriers, and like Section 508 emphasizes procurement of products and services that support accessibility.
There have been already several legal challenges to testing organizations when students with disabilities were not included in the digital delivery of the assessment. The DOJ was asked to intervene when a student in Oregon challenged the use of paper braille format when other students were offered a computer adaptive assessments. Then this challenge resulted in the development and delivery of the first computer adaptive assessment administered by using refreshable braille, text-to-speech, and on-demand embossing. Therefore, the context of technical accessibility standards, the needs of test takers with disabilities can now go beyond what has
Test takers with disabilities. Who are they and what do they need? Approximately 13% of the United States population, ages 3 to 21, have been identified as having a disability. It is by Cinder and Dillo in the year of 2013. The functional limitation may be physical, sensory, cognitive, or combination, and can be permanent or temporary. Here is the table that represents the disabilities and the percentage of all enrolled disabled students. The chart of children 3 to 21 years old serve under Individuals with Disabilities Act Part B in the year of 2010 to 2011. We have here autism, deaf blindness, developmental delay, emotional disturbance, hearing impairments, intellectual disability, multiple disabilities, orthopedic impairments, other health impairments, specific learning disabilities, speech or language impairments, traumatic brain injury, and visual impairments. However, disability statistics tell only part of the story, as it is easy to focus on one type of disability While a student may have multiple disabilities, there can also be individual differences in terms of the severity or extent of the functional limitation student experiences. For example, autism can describe a range of functional limitations that exist along the autism spectrum. Visual impairments can include blindness, partial vision, and low vision.
Trends in technology used by students with sensory disabilities. Students with disabilities have access to a growing ecosystem of technology products and software that support learning. Students in the subgroup that have sensory disabilities can access learning materials and assessments through assistive technologies, that is, objects, pieces of equipment, or systems that are used to increase, maintain, or improve the students' functional capabilities.
The need for technical accessibility as standards in assessments. The potential benefit of technology is obvious, but the potential is wasted if different technologies cannot work together. Paffert, 2000, described a classic story of standardization from the early 1800s. At that time, railroads in the United States used 9 different gauges width of track, leading to incompatibility between rail systems and the free movement of passengers and cargo. When tracks were standardized to a single gauge beginning in 1860, rail traffic grew, enabling economic expansion and opportunity.
Need for empirical research to support computer-based testing and standards and guidelines. Accessibility is becoming the norm of computer-based system, whether it relates to an assessment, web-based practice material, or an item authoritating tool. Guidance and requirements such as Section 508 and the Web Content Accessibility Guidelines Worldwide Consortium 2008 provides system designers and developers with valuable baseline guidance on accessible design, but they are not specific to the context of CBT. This is particularly crucial in an assessment context. Design guidelines for accessibility recommended adapting content to better meet the needs of the user, which could require providing descriptions of complex image for person with visual.
Conclusion. Ensuring accessibility of computer-based assessments is vital to serving the needs of test takers with disabilities. While the goal is often set by legal requirements to provide access to education for students with disabilities, research is essential to achieving that goal in a way that meets the students' need in a valid, fair, and reliable manner.